having community come together was really the highlight, because then they're building connections, then they're building movements, and they're building coalitions, and now they're going back to their community and saying, okay, now that we have this group of people who have this shared understanding, how can we move forward? How can we divest? How can we learn more and call upon our First Nation chiefs or our government and create actual change? And so to some people, it's just a picture on the wall, but to some Indigenous youth and some advocates and allies, it's so much more than just that. It is a community building center. My name is Angel Levac. I am Cree from Manitoba, but was adopted at a very young age, and then from there lived with my family in Tyendinaga, Mohawk Territory. I am an undergraduate student at the Visual Studies program at the Daniels Faculty of Architecture, Landscape, and Design, and I am also working at Indigenous Climate Action as their youth engagement lead. We did a call for our first scene, The Stories That Ground Us, and it was amazing to hear all of the stories that Indigenous youth shared about their home territories, the stories that their nukum, that their grandma, that they learned from their community, and how they reflect that to climate action.
Talking Walls is an informal exhibition space that is in all of our hallways at Hart House. Sasha Rajic is our coordinator, and he was the chief sort of organizer and coordinator of the ICA exhibition. I also work with Pani Ajtoni, who supports this project. After some conversations, Angel and Sasha decided that it would be a good idea to kind of make the exhibition out of the artwork that came from the zine.
When I got the chance to build this scene and to showcase youth stories and their art in a book, it was really fabulous, and I thought, like, that, okay, that's good enough. But then when I started working with Hart House, it became something much more, and I think that was really a need that we didn't really know we needed. And so for Hart House to be able to approach and ask for an exhibition and to do the Talking Walls, it really felt like an opportunity, not just for Indigenous Climate Action, but for these youth to really see their work amplified and to get it shared and noticed.
And if you've ever been in the main hallway, it's a very grand space. So we were really aiming for something that would fill that space. So the scale of it was important. After we developed an idea with Angel in terms of like what kinds of materials we would use, the work study students worked with Angel to actually create the large-scale prints that we put up on the wall. We were gonna just print the images and that was gonna be that, but then we got the suggestion to do wheat pasting, and that was a really cool element to add. It just brought those worlds together, and it really was the wheat pasting on Hart House. I actually worked with Maya at Indigenous Climate Action. I invited her to come and do the workshop because she had such a beautiful concept of reclaiming the land with beads.
One of my professors and I were talking about my artistic practice one day, and he laughed and he was like, "Oh, it's almost like graffiti," because of graffiti's like really rich history and being used as a resistance tool for Black, Brown, and Indigenous communities. I thought it would be perfect to kind of blend with beadwork and use the maps as like a wall or a blank canvas instead. And because of that, using maps, it makes it really a unique art form, because instead of going out and painting murals or words, you're at your kitchen table or you're on your couch with friends and family. So it makes it like uniquely accessible as a form of protest.
Angel knew of this film called Bad River. She knew some of the folks who were making that film.
When Bad River came to us another time, and then Hart House collaboration was happening because of the zine exhibit, once again, it just felt like the perfect fit, because Bad River is actively trying to divest from banks who are helping Enbridge, who are helping these pipeline industries go through territories and reserve land without pre-prior and informed consent.
Angel was amazing. She moderated the Q&A with the guests, and just really beautiful questions and really well done. And it was great to listen in on that conversation.
Having the youth come in that night and see their work was just so inspiring, because you could see the joy, you could see their parents' joy on their face. And it was a celebration of getting their voices heard, and it was a celebration of this understanding that we all respect Mother Earth. It really brings me joy to share this experience with other Indigenous youth and other Indigenous educators and community members, to tell them that Hart House is open for different experiences. They want to hear your voice, and this is a place that's welcome for everybody to come. Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to be true to who you are and who your ancestors know you to be.